If you're looking for some quick sewing projects to kick off spring, I've got 7 ideas for you that are beginner-friendly, practical, and perfect for life on the go. Most of these can be sewn in about 30 minutes, and even the bigger ones can be finished in under an hour. These projects range from tiny accessories that help you move hands-free, to simple projects for quieter moments when you pause somewhere, to quick grab-and-go bags you can take with you wherever the day leads. If you're ready for a fresh start this spring with easy projects, bright fabrics, and things you'll actually use, let's jump in. Hi, I'm Victoria, and I help you sew practical, stylish accessories that are ready for real life and real adventures. In this video, I've grouped the projects into 3 sections to make things easier to follow. For each section, I'll let you know roughly how long the projects take and the skill level. And for each individual project, I'll share the supplies needed and a few quick tips to help you get the best results. I've also created free patterns for every project in this video. These include printable pattern pieces with exact dimensions, along with step-by-step instructions and illustrated graphics to guide you through the process. The patterns are designed to take the guesswork out of things like unusual shapes, rounded edges, or tricky measurements, so you can simply print, cut, and start sewing. If you watched my time-saving tips video from last week, you'll know that using patterns like these is one of the easiest ways to speed up your sewing. I'll link the patterns, available tutorials, and supplies mentioned in the description below. Let's jump into the first category, tiny projects you can sew in about 30 minutes. First up are tiny projects you can sew in 30 minutes or less. These are small, practical accessories that are designed to help you move freely and stay hands-free while you're out and about. All 3 projects in this section are ultra beginner-friendly, even if you've never sewn anything before. The first project is the chapstick holder, which is exactly what it sounds like. A tiny fabric holder that keeps your chapstick clipped to whatever you're carrying. I love this one because it means no digging around in a bag or a pocket to find it. And if you're wearing something without pockets, you can still have it right where you need it. I clip mine to everything: backpacks, bike baskets, purses, even a life vest if I'm out kayaking. It's quick, cute, and super practical if you're someone who likes to have your chapstick nearby. For supplies, all you need is a 12-inch by 4-inch strip of fabric and a 2-inch heavy-duty metal swivel hook. One tip for success is to make sure that everything is aligned correctly when you get to the step where the fabric is folded into its final shape. Now, this little holder pairs well with the next project. The next project is a lanyard, and this is where the chapstick holder becomes even more useful. A lanyard is perfect for staying hands-free when you're out and about. Whether you're running errands, spending the day at an amusement park, or just wearing something without pockets. It keeps your essentials right where you need them. And it also gives you a place to clip tiny accessories like the chapstick holder and the last item in this section. For supplies, you'll need a strip of fabric about 42 inches long by 4 inches wide, a piece of medium-weight fusible interfacing the same size, 1-inch key fob hardware, and an optional swivel hook. One tip for success is to add the swivel hook if you can. It makes it much easier to clip things on and off compared to the key ring that comes with the key fob hardware. And before attaching the key fob hardware, clip the layers of the lanyard together first. That keeps everything aligned while you position your hardware and grab your pliers. Otherwise, it can feel like you need 3 hands. The third project is the single slot card holder. This completes the simple hands-free setup for quick outings. If you pair this with the lanyard and the chapstick holder, you basically have everything you need. Your ID, a debit card, maybe a little cash, without having to carry a full bag. It's perfect for minimalist days when you want to just grab the essentials and go. The small strap tab also gives you a place to hook it onto something like a lanyard or your keys. For supplies, you'll need 1 piece of outer fabric and 1 piece of lining fabric, both roughly postcard sized. The exact dimensions are included in the free pattern. You'll also need 1 piece of lightweight fusible interfacing the same size, a small fabric piece for the strap tab, and 1 set of cam snaps. One tip for success is to remember that the strap tab will flip when the piece is turned right side out. So place it on the opposite end of where you want it to end up on the finished card holder. When sewing around the envelope-style flap, stitch in a V shape around the point instead of sewing over the tip. This helps preserve a clean point. And for easier snap alignment, once you've marked and poked the hole for that first snap, close the flap and push the fabric pen through the hole to mark the position for the second snap underneath. Next, we'll look at projects for those quieter on-the-go moments. Next are a couple of quick projects for those quiet moments where you pause somewhere during the day. Whether you're stopping for a break, spending a little time outdoors, or just taking a moment to slow down while you're out and about, these projects are designed to make those moments a little bit easier and more enjoyable. Both of these can still be sewn in about 30 minutes, and they're both beginner-friendly just like the projects in the previous section. The first project in this section is a set of simple fabric bookmarks, which is a simple but really practical project if you're someone who likes to bring a book with you while you're out for the day. They're great for reading at the park, the beach, or a cafe, and they're quick to make with just a few small scraps of fabric. There are 3 different styles you can make depending on your preference and needs. The first is a classic bookmark, which is the traditional rectangle style. It's simple, clean, and extremely quick to sew. The second style is an adjustable button bookmark. This one slides through the pages and wraps around the front of your book, where an elastic hair tie loops around one of the buttons to hold it in place. The third style is an elastic bookmark. Instead of buttons, this one uses an elastic band that slides around the book to keep the bookmark secure. It's especially handy for travel because it keeps the bookmark from sliding out, whether the book is in a backpack or a suitcase. For supplies, you'll need a few small fabric scraps, a bit of elastic, an elastic hair tie, and 3 medium-sized buttons. The exact measurements and supply details for each style are included in the free digital pattern. If you're making the adjustable button version, be sure to actually use medium-sized or even large buttons so the elastic hair tie has enough space to stay securely wrapped around them. And if you're making the elastic bookmark, consider adjusting the elastic length slightly, depending on the size of the books you usually read, so it fits comfortably without being too loose or too tight. Now the next one is even more handy. The next project is a journal pen holder, and this one's great if you like to keep a notebook with you while you're out and about. It has a simple elastic band that wraps around the book or journal with a small pocket on front to hold a couple of pens or a highlighter, so you always have something to write with when inspiration hits. It's perfect for anyone who likes to read, study, or journal while they're out for the day. You can use it for things like planning a trip, jotting down ideas, or even highlighting passages as you read. And because it also wraps around the book, it doubles as a bookmark so you can keep your place. For supplies, you'll need a small amount of fabric, roughly 1/8 of a yard for the base and pocket pieces, about 10 inches of 1/2-inch wide elastic, and a small piece of medium-weight fusible interfacing for stability. One tip for success is when you have right sides together and the elastic needs to go on the inside temporarily. During that step, fold the extra elastic over and pin it to itself before sewing the layers together on the outer edge. This helps the elastic lay flat and keeps it out of the way so it doesn't get caught in the seam or interfere with the fabric laying flat while you're trying to sew. Now, before we go into our last section of grab-and-go bags, if you're getting value out of this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more sewing ideas, tutorials, and tips. The final section is quick grab-and-go bags. If you want something a little bigger to carry your essentials, these next 2 projects are simple bags that make it easier to bring along whatever you need for the day. They're great for things like day outings, picnics, running errands, or anytime you just want a lightweight bag you can grab and go. Both of these projects can be sewn in under an hour, and they're still very approachable for confident beginners. The first project in this section is an easy tote bag, and this one actually comes in 2 sizes. The larger version is a simple lined tote with a boxed bottom and long handles. So it's great for carrying everyday essentials, like a book, a notebook, a sweater, or anything else you want to toss in for the day. It's flexible, lightweight, and works well as a casual everyday bag. The smaller version is about 8 by 8 inches finished and a cute option for spring. It works well as a small handled purse, and it can even double as something like an Easter basket, a gift that also becomes a bag you can keep using afterwards. For supplies, you'll need fabric for the outer layer and fabric for the lining. For the larger tote, the main pieces are cut to about 11 inches wide by 14 inches tall. For the smaller tote, you'll need pieces that are 9 by 9 inches. For the straps, you can either use synthetic webbing or fabric straps. For the larger tote, you'll need 2 32-inch pieces for the shoulder straps or to 15-inch pieces if you prefer handles. For the smaller tote, you'll just need 2 pieces about 9 inches long for short handles. One tip for success is to use synthetic webbing for the straps, which keeps the project fast, sturdy, and gives the bag a clean, polished look. If you'd rather make the straps from fabric, cut strips 4 inches wide plus the desired length for the larger tote, and add interfacing for stability. For the smaller tote, the fabric straps can be cut to 2 inches wide by the desired length since the handles are shorter and the bag is lighter. Now, if you want something more like a traditional purse, the next project is a great option. The final item is a simple boxed purse, which is a lightweight, everyday bag that is polished but still practical. It's comfortable to wear on your shoulder, easy to carry for casual outings or day trips, and it has a clean, simple look that works with just about everything. It's the kind of bag that feels a little more put together without being complicated or over the top. The version I'm holding here is the original prototype. In the downloadable pattern, I widened the top flap to give the proportions a more balanced look. For supplies, you'll need 2 pieces of fabric, one for the outer layer and one for the lining, each about 24.5 inches by 9 3/8 inches, plus one 25-inch by 4-inch strip for the strap. The shaped top flap and boxed out bottom are included in the pattern. You'll also need the same amount of medium-weight fusible interfacing for structure and 1 set of cam snaps for the closure. For the snap placement, you can use the same trick I mentioned earlier for the card holder. Once the first hole is marked and punched, close that flap and push the pin through the hole to mark the correct position of the second snap underneath. Now don't forget to grab your free pattern so you have the instructions and the printable pieces all ready to go. And let me know which project is your favorite. And if you're interested in more practical sewing projects for life on the go, you may want to check out this playlist or this video here. Thanks for watching. Bye!